There is nothing simple about a haircut in my culture. It is a time for letting go of the past and starting fresh again. Mourning what is lost and moving forward. When children were removed from their families and forced into residential schools, on their first day, their hair was cut by nuns without ceremony, without acknowledging the memory or the power their hair held. My brave, beautiful, brilliant sister Ellen and I had our braids cut off in a traditional and proper mourning ceremony, reclaiming one part of what was forbidden by the government so long ago. Our haircut went like this. For 4 sunrises, my sister and I bathed in the clear river waters, offering our prayers. On the 5th sunrise, sitting next to the fire our father built, facing the ocean and the hills at our family home, we had our braids cut off as we cried our sorrows away. Ochre was spread on our braids to help us properly separate from the memories and power that our hair held. We cried for our father's loss of his childhood. Our grandparents, aunties, uncles, and cousins, all torn apart by residential schools. We cried for the culture and sense of self and well-being that was forcibly removed from them. A time when we were punished for practicing our cultural ceremonies and systems. Tears of frustration at having to learn our culture in bits and pieces, rather than being immersed in all of our customs since birth, as we should have been. Eventually, our tears turned to happy tears. Happy that we are free to live as we wish to, supported by a loving and healthy family. We cried tears of relief that we live in a time and a place where we can safely reclaim our First Nations identity. For 2 more sunrises, we prayed over our hair, which lay on cedar boughs sprinkled with more ochre. On day 8, our brother took our braids and wrapped them in red cloth to keep them safe and to honor them traditionally. Ellen and I gifted our braids to our brother Carrie, and he placed them on his installation, the witness blanket, honoring those who attended residential schools. My sister and I carried that cedar bough our hair had rested on to the river and let the bough wash away, washing away our grief and worries with it. I do not take for granted the spirituality that comes with my Kwagilth and Stalo cultural backgrounds. Those 8 days of ritualistic cleansing ceremony brought me peace and a deeper understanding of those who walked before me. I feel deeply for the children, including my father, who lived through that harsh time of cultural genocide, a time meant to remove the Indian in the child. There is such injustice in the systematic cover-up the government continues to implement in order to profit by extracting from our beautiful earth. I am strong enough to carry the weight that comes with knowing these truths. The weight of my own privilege. I owe some of this strength to the reclamation of our haircutting ceremony.